So I was just thinking as I was driving, and just came out of a pretty bad rainstorm. And of course, all of a sudden now it stopped as I started doing the podcast. But I said to myself, Self, I wonder if we could actually just do a podcast from the car. Maybe it's a little distracting. Maybe it's something I shouldn't do. I don't know. Maybe it's frowned upon. I don't know. Maybe it's against the law. Who knows? But I decided, you know what? Let's see how long I can go, how long I can do a podcast from the car while driving. I'll occasionally look over, it's really no different than if I was going to look over at the radio or look over in the mirror to look, see what's going on beside me, look behind me. I have to use my camera to look behind me right now because I'm pulling my trailer. And with that said, first off, welcome to the show, guys. Glad you're here. Good to see you. And it's been a little while. I don't know if I'm talking too loud. I feel like I'm talking very loud, and that's because of the road noise and the rain. I figured I had to talk over that, but I probably don't. It's probably picking up just fine. But welcome to the show. It's been a little while. It's been a couple months, actually. Maybe close to 6 weeks, probably, because I've had Miss Cutie Pie, who is here in the back seat with me. Not with me. I'm not in the back seat. She's in the back seat. She's with me in the car, in the truck. We're going through right past Forest Acres, by the way, in Columbia, South Carolina at the moment. But Cutie Pie is with me. I've had her for about 6 weeks. So that means my last show, because it was the Cutie Pie episode, has been about 6 weeks ago. So a month and a couple weeks, I guess. Speaking of Forest Acres, I was watching a video today. It's from about a year ago, but it was called the most expensive places to live, or the wealthiest places in South Carolina, I think is what the name of the video was. And number 10 on the list, it was the 10 wealthiest places in South Carolina. Number 10 on the list was Forest Acres up in Columbia, South Carolina. So there's that fun fact of the day. A lot of traffic. I came up I-26 and I'm going up I-77. Where are you going, you might ask? Cutie Pie and I are going on another road trip. We've been through 5 of the South Carolina National Parks so far, and our goal is to hit all 47 of them. I don't know if you heard that thunder. I saw the lightning flash, and the thunder came. It was about 2 to 3 seconds maybe, so it's pretty close. I mean, we're in the storm, basically. I think we're chasing. It's probably going to go with us all the way, but we've done 5 of the 47 national parks thus far, and the goal is to do all 47, obviously. Bought a pass for $99. No military discount in this damn state for the state parks, as a matter of fact, which kind of ticked me off. When I was out in Arizona a few years ago, I got the state regional park pass for Arizona. It actually covers some of the parks in Nevada as well, the region of that area. I think it was maybe New Mexico was involved in there as well, but I know it was definitely Arizona and Nevada. And it was 50% off for military. So I was very surprised South Carolina had 0 discount, and had 0 discount for disabled veterans as well. So you had to have a South Carolina disability or what have you, or you could get a senior discount. So very disappointed in that, South Carolina, by the way. Where are we headed? Well, we are going up to, let's see, where have we been so far? We've been to Myrtle Beach State Park. We did that last weekend. We have been to the Dorchester State Park, the Colonial Dorchester State Park. We have been to Charlestown Landing State Park. We've been to Bernard State Park. That's what, 4? What's the 5th one? What's the 5th one we've been to? The 5th one is the 5th one. Damn it, I can't remember what the 5th one is right now. I'll come back to it. I'll think of it. We are going up to Kings Mountain State Park. It's up in Blacksburg, South Carolina. We're going to go up there for the weekend. Today is Friday, August 11th. You might not see this until Monday because I didn't bring my laptop with me. I want to say that YouTube now has a feature where I can upload this video through my iPad, but normally I've got to do it off of my MacBook Pro, so we'll find out once I get to the campsite and download this thing and see if I can get it uploaded. I should be able to get it uploaded to Podbean, maybe. My only problem is, well, shit. Therein lies the next problem, is I can't put it into my editor. So yeah, it's probably going to be Monday before I get this thing up. You guys won't even know about it. And I say that all the time. Every time I do a video, you guys won't even know about it because unless I tell you about it. So you'll hear about it once you hear the video or hear the audio, see the video. But yeah, I probably won't be able to get it up till Monday. I can't edit it. I can't put it together. I can't put my music from Mr. Slayton Johnson with it. All that good stuff. So, and who knows if I even keep this. If I keep this, you'll know. If I didn't, you won't know about it unless I do another video and I explain it. That beeping you just heard, I have to do a breathalyzer every 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes, just depending on when this fucking thing tells me. So unable to start my car, I have to do that before I can even turn the key and start the car. It won't even cut on without me passing the test. Usually within 2 to 5 minutes after starting the vehicle, I'll have to do another test. And then it's just random after that. You know, it could be 5 minutes more, could be 10 more minutes, could be 20. Sometimes I've gone up to 38 minutes. I think is one of the max I've had in between retests. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But what are you gonna do? You know, you do the crime, you do the time. So we're going to the Kings Mountain State Park. It's up in Blacksburg, South Carolina. It's right on the border of North Carolina. We're actually going to go back and forth between the borders on the various trails there. Included with the Kings Mountain State Park, there's also a living farm, which is supposed to be a replica, reminiscent of 1800s farm of the area of the time. So we'll be able to connect with that through the park, and it's supposed to have, you know, some live animals, donkeys, mules, horses. You get to see some of the actual things goings on the farm there. And then there's also a Revolutionary War Park up there. I think you actually cross into North Carolina to get to that park. And again, that's all connected with the trail system. So we'll go up into that Revolutionary War Park as well. So about 3 different things we're going to connect with on this one particular state park trip, which will be number 6 on the list. I still can't remember. It was Kiowa. No. Edisto State Park. That was the 5th park. Ooh, big flash of lightning. About 6 seconds on that one, so the storm is farther away from us. So yeah, Edisto was the one I missed, the Edisto Beach. So this will be number 6. Also included with this, what I'm going to do, since I'm up near it, there is, I think it's the only Vietnamese Buddhist monastery. I think it's the only Buddhist monastery. Maybe not. Is it the only one in South Carolina? I think it's the only one in South Carolina. That's a Buddhist monastery. It's, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Vietnamese Buddhist monastery. It's in Clover, South Carolina, which is about 6 to 7 miles from where we're going to be at the state park. So my plan is to get in the truck. I'm gonna take a look at it. I've got my electric bike with me. It might be a bike trip out there. I'm not sure, but probably not, because it's going to be hot. The gear I've got to wear is not going to be real conducive to riding a bike in the heat. So I'll probably drive, but it's about 6 or 7 mile distance from the state park. I'm going to go check that out on Sunday. Weather permitting, it's supposed to be sunshine. maybe partly cloudy, and about 95 degrees that day for a high. So I don't think we're going to have a problem, but it is going to be hot. It's supposed to be 98 in Somerville, I think, for a high on Sunday. So we're going to get over and do that. So I say we, it's going to be me. I doubt they allow dogs. I've contacted them through Facebook Messenger, through email. I've left them voice messages numerous times, all 3 platforms. I've never gotten a response on when they are actually open, or if they were open at the time I was thinking about going, or if they allow dogs. So I'm just going to leave Cutie Pie in the travel trailer with the AC going, and she'll be fine. I'll go out to the monastery, do a few hours over there, and then come back. So that's the plan on Sunday. There's an etiquette, of course, when you go to a monastery, a temple, any of those types of things. One thing is I will not be wearing a hat. You shouldn't be wearing a hat. You shouldn't be wearing anything that show off your legs, so I'll be wearing pants. You should not wear your shoes inside the temples or various other areas, so I'll be wearing some clean socks and be taking my shoes off in different areas. I've actually have a Qigong outfit that I wear if I'm going to do some Tai Chi or some Qigong, or just whenever I feel like putting it on. I'll be wearing it next week. I'll tell you about that coming up. So I'm going to be wearing at least the top to that, so it's black. I may go wear the pants with it, but I'm probably going to wear these pants that my kids gave me for Father's Day, and just match it up. So I'll be real comfortable, and I'll be very subdued, which is what you should be when you go to these temples. You should not take any pictures unless you ask permission to take pictures, so I'll be taking some photographs and some videos, within the etiquette. Of course, you don't touch anything, you don't touch a monk, you don't touch a nun, you don't touch any of the Buddhist statues or anything really, so I'll just be observing things. They don't like people being loud or rambunctious or talking a lot, so there'll be a lot of quietness going on as well. So it's going to be fun. I'm back in the storm, if you guys can hear it. Pretty big rain coming down right now. I've got about 50 miles to my next exit, which is going to be up around Rock Hill, South Carolina. But yeah, we're just trying to hit all these state parks, man, and we're having a good time doing it. Last weekend when we went to Myrtle Beach, we encountered some rain on the way to Myrtle Beach as well. And then it was fantastic weather the entire time we were there. So I think that's going to be the case up here. When I checked the weather for Blacksburg, it was supposed to be some slight rain, mild rain, drizzle, whatever, around 5 o'clock. So hopefully we're hitting this rain down here and it's not up there in Blacksburg yet. Maybe this is following us up there. I don't know. It'll be interesting. If we get there and it's raining, we'll just we'll pull into the site. I won't disconnect the vehicle. We'll just kind of hang out until the rain stops, and once it clears up and I can get out and set up the camp, then we'll get all set up. What else is going on? So yeah, I talked about something coming up this week. So this week, this year is the 50th anniversary of Bruce Lee's death. He died in July of 1973, so this is the 50th anniversary, and with that anniversary, his website, the Bruce Lee shop website, they put out a lot of 50th anniversary gear, hats, t-shirts, all this other kind of stuff. They reintroduced some core symbols things, and just a bunch of cool stuff. I've ordered some things off of the website. Also, they're reintroducing to the world, for those that maybe hadn't seen it or have not seen it in a theater since the 70s, the Enter the Dragon movie, the first and only American movie that he made during his lifetime. So Enter the Dragon will be coming out on the 13th and the 16th of August in select theaters. Happens to be in Charleston area, Somerville, actually North Charleston area. So I've got a ticket to see it on Wednesday the 16th that evening in North Charleston at the Northwoods Stadium Theater. So that's going to be exciting. I'm going to wear my Qigong outfit to go see the movie to honor his life and legacy and death. All these people, you know, just turn on your headlights. I mean, I understand, I guess. Everybody in front of me and beside me has their hazard lights on. I guess it's not a bad thing to do, but I don't think it's necessary. You got your lights on, but I think that's good enough. But, what else, guys? So, not much else has been going on. You know, Cutie Pie and I have been getting along. We've pretty much go to the coffee shop every morning. We go various places together. We do a lot of walks. We go to the state parks. We have been to a couple of the county parks. We've gotten in the canoe. I've been doing some canoeing with her. If you haven't seen on my Instagram or my Facebook the videos, I finally, you know, I did a lot of dry land training with her on getting in and out of the canoe and getting comfortable with the canoe. This is the canoe that I went down the Mississippi River in. It's actually on top of the car right now, in case we can get into one of these. They got 2 lakes at the state park, so maybe we can drop in on one of these lakes and paddle around a little bit. But did some training with her on dry land, and then finally took her out to the Ashley River State Park there, right down the road from where I'm parked in Somerville. We got on the Ashley River a couple times now so far, and it's been very successful. She's doing a beautiful job in the canoe. So hopefully we get to do that. What else we've been doing? We've been hitting wine bars, we've been hitting restaurants, all kind of things. Having a good time. She's really enjoying the trailer. I think she enjoys the time out and about that we do together. She's sleeping in the back right now. She might be awake since I'm talking. Are you awake back there? What are you doing back there, Cutie Pie? At the end of the month is my birthday. My birthday is always on Labor Day weekend. I mean, you know, always. It's the same time every year, guys. Let's think about it. I was actually born on Labor Day in 1972, the actual holiday itself. This year, I think it falls on the Sunday, I think. Let's see, 31st, 1, 2, 3. No, actually, I think it does fall on Labor Day this year, I think, on that Monday. I think. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But what I decided to do, and this was last minute, I decided it last night, as a matter of fact. My mom has sent me a thing on Instagram about Blowing Rock, North Carolina. And I said, you know what? Let me look up and see what kind of damn camping they got going on in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. And I didn't really find anything I liked there in Blowing Rock. There was a couple state parks, or regional parks, county parks. I can't remember. I think they were state. And they had no hookups. I mean, so you went up there, which is fine. You know, when I was out west, I did a lot of boondocking for weeks at a time with no water, no electricity, no sewage, you know, just self-sufficient in the trailer with all the supplies that I carry with me. So I could do it. I prefer not to. I would have to carry my generator, and I really don't feel like throwing that in the back of the truck at the moment. I got it stored. But I could, and I would have power. And then, of course, I've got a 44-gallon fresh water tank, so I can have plenty of water. I usually carry a few gallons with me in the refrigerator anyway. So not a big deal. I've got propane, I've got solar, I've got a solar generator, as a matter of fact. So I've got all the stuff that I would need. But I prefer to have a hookup, you know, if I'm going somewhere. So with that said, I checked Boone, North Carolina, which is where I'd prefer to be anyway. And they had a nice KOA campground up there that has full hookups. It's got a pull-through site, which I'm very fond of. Today's state park is going to be a pull-through site. I prefer a pull-through versus a back-end, personally. I don't know why I said personally. I'm the one that's telling you this, so you know it's personally coming from me. So I prefer a pull-through site. So that's what we got today, and that's what we're going to have when I go up to Boone. So it's going to be fantastic. I'm doing 5 full nights up there in Boone at the end of the month, beginning of September. Should be fantastic weather up there. I've told you guys before, I think I've done some nostalgia videos, actually some podcasts about it, but it was kind of my second home growing up as a kid versus growing up as an adult, I guess. But my grandparents on my dad's side, my father's side, had a mountain house up there for over 40 years. About 3 different ones, as a matter of fact. Maybe a 4th one thrown in there as well. for a short time, but always went up there, most summers, most winters, sometimes in the fall. Learned how to snow ski up there, did most of my early hiking up there, a lot of fun stuff in caverns, creeks, rivers, Tweetsie Railroad, probably one of my first adventures at like a park, you know, a theme park type thing. So a lot of fond memories up there. Been going up there since I was a baby. Remember going up there since I was about 5 years old, I guess, maybe 4. Like I said, was on skis at 4 or 5 years old, and man, I've been in love ever since, and I've been in love with Boone, North Carolina ever since. So I try and get up there as often as I can. Like I said, for the longest time, it was at least a couple times a year, sometimes more, and even into my teenage years and adulthood, I would still try and get there once a year if possible, twice a year if the gods shined upon me. And yeah, so I'm going up there. That's going to be a good celebration for my 51st birthday. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to hit all the old haunts and the old spaces. I'm going to show Cutie around, show her a lot of the places that Leia got to see before she passed away. And we're just going to have a good time, you know. It is going to be fantastic. We'll go check out the old house. We'll go check out the old ski resorts. We'll probably go and do some stuff on Grandfather Mountain, do some hiking. There's a couple other Jefferson County Park or something up there. Bunch of trails. You have Appalachian State University. We'll walk around the campus a little bit and around the downtown area, the college area. Maybe hit some of the outside coffee shops, restaurants, what have you. I'll check out Linville Falls, Linville Caverns, and see if they allowed doggy dogs, and maybe we'll do that. Huh, Cutie Pie? Are you awake back there? You looking at me? What you doing, buddy? I can't get you on camera because you don't like to come up here on the console, like on the center console, like Leia used to do. So, yeah, what else, guys? That's about it. I may or may not, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to take a look while I'm up here at Kings Mountain and kind of do some pre-planning and see. But I may, once I leave Boone, North Carolina, I might just do a few more treks around the area within North Carolina. I might venture up into Tennessee. Since I got the trailer hooked up, I got the dog, I got everything I need, I might just, you know, hit a few more spots while we're out and about for the month of September. Thinking was maybe, hell, even just fucking go up the coast, you know, go through Tennessee and Virginia, West Virginia, and get up into Maryland and up into New York, and maybe stop by and see my son up there in Brooklyn, Alec. But that's all on the back burner at the moment. I got to think about it. I got to maybe do some planning and see what the route we could take and how we could go about doing it. I didn't really bring a lot of clothes with me. Hey, I've got enough. I don't need much. But as far as warm clothing, I do have a couple jackets. I've got 2 pairs of like sweat type pants. I really don't have any jeans with me, so I don't know. We'll see. I can always buy a pair of jeans. No big deal. So that could be on the menu. We'll see. I have to be back around in town late September-ish, October. Got that AdSap class I'm eventually finally going to get into and knock that out and get that out of the way and get that done with. It's a 4-week class I got to take, so 4 hours a class for 4 weeks, you know, once a week for 4 weeks. So thought I was going to take care of that late July, August, but didn't work out. They didn't have any openings, so I got to wait until late September, early October to get into that. I'll knock that out and be done, and then I'll get done with this stupid interlock ignition system in December. Right before I go up to, matter of fact, I need to call those guys and schedule. Right before I go up to Boone, I've got to go get this thing calibrated. So they basically take it off of this wire here, they take it in, they download the stuff off of the hard drive that's embedded in it, download all the data, calibrate it, make sure it's still working, functioning properly, reinstall it. Then I'm good for another 2 months on the calibrations. Pain in the butt, but you know, it should be a pain in the ass. That's the whole point. With that said, not because I have to be at the moment, but I just am. Yesterday was 50 days without drinking alcohol, so August 10th, like I said, you might not listen to this until after the weekend is over, once I can get it uploaded. So yeah, it's been, as of today, August 11th, 51 days with no alcohol and no weed, as a matter of fact. No Delta 8, no regular weed, no nothing, no gummies, no vape, no nothing. That's what nothing means, right? Don't know how long I'll go. Once I get into the ADSAT program, I have to abstain from those again. I'm going to go probably to at least 60 days, just as a benchmark. 2 months, whatever. I'm not going zero alcohol for the rest of my life. Whether I'll go back to Delta 8 and those type of things, I don't know. We'll see. But it's no big deal. I can take it or leave it. I always have been able to. And yeah, I don't know. People ask me, do I notice any difference? Well, I notice a difference in my wallet, in my pocketbook, I guess you could call it. It's definitely cheaper than going out, 4 to 5 days a week and drinking a few beers. At $6, $5 a piece, whatever. Buying some, taking them home, and 10, 11, 12 bucks a 6-pack, sometimes a 4-pack, whatever. Mixed drinks, buying liquor, bourbon, rum, whatever I like to drink. So yeah, it's been a lot cheaper on the wallet. If I go out to eat, I get a bill that's maybe 15 bucks instead of 25 or 30 bucks. So that's a plus. People ask if I'm probably sleeping people say I'm probably sleeping like a baby. Well, I didn't have any problem sleeping to begin with. I maybe had a problem with maybe some deep sleep. I've noticed that I'm getting a lot more REM sleep. I'm actually getting what they call REM rebound, a rebound REM. Not sure how it's worded one way or the other, but it's where you have a rebound, especially people that are detoxing, alcoholic detox, drug detox. So just if you stop, if you abstain, and sometimes even from caffeine, you can have the same type of rebound effect, but you end up going into deeper sleep, so you end up getting more REM sleep, and you end up having some this real vivid, not translucent, what's the other word for a vivid dream? I can't remember, but you end up having some real crazy fucking dreams. Let's just put it that way. Vivid, intense, lucid, I think that's the word I'm looking for. So lucid dreaming, real deep, very intense, sometimes some nightmarish, other times just very sensual. I don't know, man. It's just some weird fucking shit. I love it. I love dreams personally, so I think if I could tell you any one benefit I've had from not drinking and not doing THC, is probably having more and better dreams. That would be what I would say has been the big benefit for me. I absolutely love dreaming. I don't care if it's a nightmare, I don't care what the topic is, and I can have lucid dreams. I can get back into a dream state very easily. I can wake up from a dream. I usually remember them very well. Unless I don't recite them when I wake up, then I'll forget them by the time I really do wake up and, for real in the morning. But I can go back into a dream just like that. I can wake up and I can say, man, I want to go back into that and pick up where I left off, and I can go right back in and pick up 2, 3, 4 times in a row. Very fantastic. I used to not to be able to do that, but I've taught myself how to get back, because they're my dreams. I can do with them what the fuck I want to, right? I should be able to get back into them if I want to, and I've trained myself to be able to do that. And I've trained myself to be able to wake up from a dream if I'm not enjoying it. So there's that. That would be the one benefit. I absolutely love it. People ask me if I've lost some weight. previous times I've done some no alcohol months, sober October or dry January or whatever. I have lost weight, but normally it's been because I've also done some fasting in conjunction with it. I haven't really done that with this one, so I've kind of substituted a little bit of a sugar addiction with this no alcohol thing. So I've been eating quite a bit of ice cream, more than I should probably, but I'm enjoying it. I've been having a Pepsi here and there. If I go to the movies, I'll have a Pepsi and some popcorn, where I used to just have a bottle of water and a popcorn. But I've been enjoying some Pepsis and some Cokes lately. Matter of fact, I'm drinking, had picked up some Five Guys on the way out today. I got me a burger, bacon cheeseburger, and normally would just get an unsweetened tea. I put about a third sweet tea and about 2/3 unsweetened tea in there. Things beat me again. I don't remember the last time I did it, how long it's been, but so basically you blow into it 2 seconds, you got to inhale 2 seconds and then blow back into it for another 2 seconds, and then it buzzes, lets you know, and then it tells you if you pass or not. I've gotten a pass on every single one of them. I'm not taking any chances. I don't drink any alcohol. Like I said, I try and stay away from anything that has alcohol in it. Desserts, mouthwashes, even sugar-free gums that have sugar alcohols in them. Stay away from everything. Anything that might cause a response on this machine, I stay away from it. We came out of the weather a little bit. I don't know if you heard, and then we're back into the rain again. I can't see, but maybe a half a mile in front of me, visibility. Right now we got about 32 miles to the exit there in Rock Hill to get on the next road of the journey. What are we at? We're at 32 minutes in. I'm going to say, what else could I talk about? I am going to do a fast after this weekend. I'm not going to do too bad this weekend, actually. I've got some low-carb tortillas. I've got a lot of salmon. I've got a lot of tuna, a lot of fish. I've got some smoked oysters. I've got some herring, a lot of canned fish that I'm going to use with some low-carb dressing that I have. It's like a mayonnaise, low-carb mayonnaise, like a chipotle mayonnaise type thing. I'll be putting that over some of this fish into a tortilla and kind of eating like I did on the Mississippi River. So I'm going to be taking a break. I brought some eggs with me as well. So just pretty carnivore this week in preparation for starting a fast next week. And I'm probably going to fast for the rest of the month up until my birthday. And let's see how much weight I can lose and how toned I can get. Oh, speaking of that, see how toned I can get and how fit I can get for my 51st birthday. I'm also, for the month of August, doing a challenge with a bunch of my buddies. 775 push-ups for the month of August. So there's 31 days in August. That's 25 push-ups a day. I started off for the first 6 days doing 25 a day, and every day since then, since the 6th of August, I've been doing 50 push-ups a day. So whatever that's going to add up to, and I might even start doing some 75 a day toward the end of the month. But so I'm gonna be doing all those push-ups for the month. I'm doing a lot of walking, a lot of hiking. I'm gonna get into an extended fast. I'm doing no alcohol. So we're gonna see what 51 looks like when September 4th comes around. So that's gonna be a good little test, and we'll see what we can get to, weight-wise and fitness-wise, those type of things. Brought my e-bike with me today, as a matter of fact. So it's supposed to be like 20 plus miles worth of equestrian trails and stuff up there. So I'm going to get out on the bike a little bit, do some biking as well, as well as hiking with Cutie Pie. So that's about it, man. I'm going to call it a day. This will be one podcast. I'll probably do another one from the trailer with Cutie Pie, actually, either outside the trailer or in the trailer. Probably outside would be best. And we'll do another one for about another 30 minutes and maybe piece those two together for one episode, or maybe we'll let them stand as 2 episodes. All right, so I'm going to get back to driving through this weather, and We'll talk to you soon, guys. Later.